Here's the frustrating truth about Claude. You're using the most powerful AI on the freaking planet and you're getting the same mediocre results as everyone else. You type something in, Claude responds. It's fine, generic, forgettable. Sounds like an AI wrote it. You think, gee, golly whiz, maybe AI just isn't really good at this whole thing yet, you know? Wrong. Claude is capable of things that would blow your fucking mind, man. Strategic thinking, nuanced writing, complex problem solving that feels like having a genius consultant on demand. It blows my mind every time. But 99% of people will never see that version of Claude because they have no idea how to use it. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to unlock Claude's potential, the specific techniques, the prompts, and the mental models that separate the beginners from the power users. But here's what you need to wait for. There's one feature that most people do not even know exists. I'm saving that one for the end, okay? It's the single biggest unlock I've found. And it changes everything about how you are going to work with Claude. Hey, I'm Lark. I've built million-dollar businesses online, and I've grown millions of followers on social media doing it. On this channel, I show you exactly how to make money on the internet. No hype, just what works. Before I show you these techniques, I need to admit something though. For the first month of using Claude, I was pretty average at it. Type in the basic prompts, get some pretty basic responses, think, but what's all the hype about? I was treating Claude like a fancy search engine. Ask question, get answer, be done. Then I spent a week going deep, testing everything, okay? And I realized, holy crap, the gap between the average Claude user and exceptional ones isn't talent, it's technique. The people getting magical results, they're not smarter than you. They just understand how Claude actually thinks and how to work with that instead of against that. That's what I want to show you today. Not theory, practical techniques, things that you can use in the next 5 minutes, okay? Now, before we get to techniques, you need to understand something fundamental. Claude is not a search engine. It's not a database. It's a reasoning engine trained on human knowledge. When you give Claude a prompt, it's not retrieving information. It's generating a response based on patterns that it learned, and it's trying to figure out what you actually want. This means two things. One, the more context that you give, the better Claude can actually reason about your specific situation. Two, Claude will try to match the quality and style of what you give it. Give Claude a lazy one-sentence prompt, guess what? It assumes you want a lazy generic response. Give Claude a detailed, context-specific, with examples, clear constraints, prompt. Oh, now it knows you're serious, and it's gonna rise up to match that level. This is the foundation everything else builds on. Technique number one, the role plus the context plus the framework. Look, most people just tell Claude what to do. They boss it around. Power users tell Claude who to be, what situation it's in, and then what to do. Big difference. Here's the structure. Role. Claude, you are a specific expert with a specific experience. Doctor, pediatrician, for example. Context, I'm working on a certain situation. I need a certain outcome because of a certain reason. Task, please do specific action, while constraints, these. Let me show you the difference, okay? Bad prompt, write me a cold email. Power user, you are a B2B sales consultant who has written over 1,000 high converting cold emails for SAS companies. I'm reaching out to marketing directors at mid-sized e-commerce companies in order to offer my AI automation services. My unique angle is that I guarantee results within 30 days or they don't pay. Write a cold email that's under 100 words, leads with a specific pain point about abandoned cart recovery, and ends with a soft CTA for a 15-minute call. Same tool. Completely different output, isn't it? The first gives you some generic slop. The second gives you something you'd actually send to a potential client. Technique number two, give Claude examples of excellence. This is the cheat code that nobody talks about. Claude matches the quality of what you show it, so show it excellence. Before asking Claude to write something for you, paste in 2 or 3 examples of what great looks like to you. Then you say, analyze these examples, identify what makes them effective, then create something new that follows the same principles, but is original. Great, you can use this for everything. Writing emails, great. Paste your 3 best performing emails first. Creating content, fantastic. Paste examples from creators that you personally admire or viral posts from your niche. Again, we're not stealing here, we're finding frameworks and repurposing. Building strategies, Best case studies that worked. Claude reverse engineers the patterns and applies them to your new task. It's like downloading expertise directly into your prompt. Technique number 3, make Claude think step by step. Here's something that most people do not realize. Claude thinks better when you make it show its work. So instead of asking for an answer, ask Claude, hey, reason through the problem first. The magic phrase, think through this step by step before giving your final answer. Or even better, first identify the key considerations, then analyze each one, then synthesize into a recommendation. Watch what happens. Direct prompt. Claude gives you a service level answer, step-by-step prompt. Claude actually reasons through the problem, catches nuances, and delivers something substantially better. This works especially well for complex business decisions, for strategy development, for analyzing trade-offs, really anything with multiple factors that need to be considered. Don't let Claude take shortcuts. Make it think. Technique number 4, the iterative refinement loop. Here's the difference between beginners and experts. Beginners try to get everything perfect in one prompt. Experts have conversations with Claude. Your first prompt gets you maybe 60% of the way there. Then you refine it. Oh, that's good. That's good work, Claude. But make the opening more direct. Keep the structure, but add more specific examples. Make it more relatable. This is close. Now let's make it sound formal. Maybe less formal. Maybe more conversational. You figure out what you want to say to Claude, right? And each iteration gets you closer to exactly what you want. And here's the power move. Once you reach excellence, say, now analyze what made this final version better than the original. Create a template that I can use next time. Claude documents its own learning. You just built a reusable asset. Technique number 5. Use Claude as an interviewer. Most people use Claude to get answers. Power users get Claude to ask better questions. Here's a crazy prompt for complex projects. Ask this to Claude. I want to create outcome. Instead of giving me the answer, interview me to extract the information that you need to help me effectively. Ask one question at a time. Go deep on each answer before moving on to the next question. It's crazy stuff. Now, what is Claude doing? Claude is pulling insights out of your head. Things you wouldn't have even thought to mention are now coming up. Context you didn't know was relevant. After 10 to 15 questions, you say, well, based on this conversation, Claude, now give me your best recommendation. The output is 10 times better because Claude actually understands your specific situation with incredible nuance, not a generic version of it, but the specific situation. Technique number 6. The critique and improve loop. Do you want better output? Make Claude criticize its own work. After Claude gives you something, say, great. Now critique this from the perspective of a specific audience. What are the weaknesses? And what would make it even more compelling? What's missing? Claude will identify problems that it didn't catch the first time. Then give it this. Now rewrite it addressing all these critiques. The second version is almost always dramatically better. This works because Claude is actually quite good at evaluating quality, sometimes better than it is at producing quality on the first try. Crazy, right? Use that. Make Claude your own editor. Technique number 7, projects and custom instructions. The secret weapon, okay? If remember at the beginning of the video, I mentioned a feature that most people don't even know exists. Well, this is it. Claude has a feature called projects, and it is massively underutilized. Here's what it does. You create a project, you upload relevant documents, and you set custom instructions that apply to every conversation in that project. So instead of needing to re-explain your business, your voice, your preferences every single damn time, you just set it once, click. Claude remembers forever. Some ideas for your projects that you may find useful, like brand voice guidelines, examples of your best content, target audience description, frameworks that you want Claude to use, common mistakes to avoid. You can program all that stuff in there. Now, every conversation starts from a position of that deep understanding. This is how you turn Claude from a generic assistant into a specialized business partner who knows your business intimately more than anyone else ever will and will be able to give you the no bullshit answers you need. If you're not using projects, you're leaving massive value on the table. Now, of course, we have to talk, as always, about the value to spare, because let me be honest about what this requires. These techniques take practice. Your first attempts will feel clunky. You'll forget to add context. You'll skip the refinement loop because, well, you're impatient, man. The people who get magical results from Claude, they're not doing anything complicated. They're just consistently applying the techniques and the fundamentals we discussed in this video. Most people won't do that. They won't. They won't. They'll watch this video, think, that makes sense. That's great. And then go back to typing one sentence prompts tomorrow instead of actually leveling up. It's fine. Okay? More leverage for those who actually implement. The question is, which group are you going to be in? Okay, here's what I want you to do right now. Open Claude, create a project, add your brand voice, put your audience description in, put in 3 examples of your best work, then use the role plus context plus task framework on your next prompt. Just those 2 things alone will put you dramatically ahead of 90% of the people who are using Claude, or any AI for that matter. If this changed how you think about Claude or AI, please subscribe because next week we're going even deeper on more tools to help you make money on the internet. I'll see you there.